Good morning. It is July 29th. It's July 28th today. I just got done with Pilates. I am really enjoying Pilates. I feel like mentally more like cleared after I do it, which is fun. And it's not like, it's hard, but it's not as like strenuous as like cardio, which I know I should still be doing a little bit of cardio. I'm walking, but that's kind of it. And I also should be cleaning my house right now, but yeah, I'm not. I'm doing this instead. Procrastinating at its finest. I just wanted to say I'm really enjoying Pilates. I got down to 122 pounds, and then my mom came up for the weekend and we went out for like every meal, and I'm at 125 this morning. I know I didn't gain that much. I know that it's like residual food and like water weight and stuff. I'm aware of that. I just think it's interesting. I have not eaten that much food in like months probably. I really let loose, and I got sick on Saturday. We went out to a pizza place and I ordered a salad, but we also got like the breadsticks and a pizza, and I shouldn't have eaten the pizza, but I was like, this is my favorite. It was a margarita pizza. It was really like at a really good place too, like one of my favorite pizza places around here. And so I ate like half of it, and then I was like trying not to throw up until like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I had to come home and like grab a Zofran because I didn't have any in my purse, and then go back out because that's what we were just doing, all kinds of stuff. So that's that. I had like leftover salmon for breakfast today, and now I'm having a protein shake because I feel like I still need to supplement my protein a little bit. Dinner is going to be chicken with broccoli and probably quinoa for the carb, if not like a potato or something. I don't know. But that's what that's going to be tonight. Today is shot day. It is Monday, so I'll be doing that later this afternoon. And I need to call and refill my prescription while I'm at it. And yeah. So I'm almost to my goal of 120. I'm still feeling like I'm feeling like pretty good about my body. I just, like, my arms are, I think, my biggest insecurity right now. So I think Pilates is really going to help with that, because like my hands are shaking, my arms are shaking, and then I feel like jello when we get done with the class, which is only, I've committed to 30 minutes for now. I will increase that to like 45 and then increase that to an hour eventually. My goal would be to get to an hour, but I don't have that time right now. But once my child starts school, I will have time to do an actual like full hour. So right now I'm just like trying to do 30 minutes and then a walk, and I'm not doing Pilates every single day because I get so sore. So until I stop getting so sore afterwards, I am doing it like every other day to every like 2 days. This weekend I didn't do it at all because my mom was here, but we did like a lot of walking, so not really any exercise, but still gotta work around the life plans. I feel like there was something else that I wanted to update on, but I cannot remember at the moment. I also got presented with an opportunity to lead an in-service, which, if you don't know, an in-service is basically like a class that healthcare professionals have to do in order to keep their licenses. I was a CNA. I think it was like 40 hours per year that we had to do of those. I got asked to lead one about PCOS, and I'm not doing it until December, like Christmas time-ish, but I am going to be leading it to like actual like doctors, which I just feel like underqualified as fuck, but I'm being told that I'm very qualified because of like how I've done all this research on it, and how I'm like, I think I've said before, like the walking Wikipedia page for PCOS. So I got it to thinking, like, I started my PowerPoint because I'm going to do a PowerPoint, and I was like, I would like to have like real life experiences, and my like first thought was to go on Facebook and just screenshot people what they say, like how they feel. But then I was like, why don't I just make a survey and like conduct a study about PCOS and like all the things, and it's got 53 responses already, which is really crazy. But I'm gonna share it and be like, this is one of the questions is like, what do you wish your healthcare provider would do? What do you wish they knew about PCOS? And those are all really great, well thought out responses that I've received so far. I'm hoping for some more, but I'm like really surprised that I even got over 50. When it was at 20, I was shocked, and now it's over 50, which is crazy. It's died down a little bit since I posted it, but I posted it to another group. I'm just waiting for that to get approved, so I'm sure we'll get another little uptick there. But I just felt like I could use this in-service as a chance to not like shame them into like not taking PCOS seriously enough, but to sort, because I know that it's your job, you do it every day, it can get mundane. Sometimes when someone walks in and they say, hey, I have all this stuff going on, it's easy to say, well, it's because you're overweight, or it's because you have depression, or it's because you have anxiety, because you have so many patients, you're trying to just get them in and out, quick as possible, write a prescription, whatever. But I think that that's not, that's like the healthcare system's problem, really. I don't think a lot of doctors are happy about that either. I just want to like make a point in my presentation that a lot of people with PCOS feel like they're not being listened to. Like going in and being told take birth control and lose weight is not helpful for the vast majority of people who are diagnosed with PCOS, and that's if you even get a diagnosis. I asked in my survey, like, how many doctors did it take you to get a diagnosis? And some people said more than 10. And right now, there's the Rotterdam criteria, which is just 3 things that you need to get diagnosed. You don't even need cysts on your ovaries to get diagnosed right now. You need signs of high androgens, you need cysts on the ovaries, and you need irregular periods. You only need 2 of those 3 things to get a diagnosis. So I have all 3, but like I have a friend who doesn't have cysts on her ovaries, but she has the hair loss, which is a sign of high androgens, and she has the weird periods. Hers are like completely absent. Mine are like not absent, but they're weird and long, and sometimes here or there, whatever, like they're all over the place. So you only need 2 of those 3 things to get diagnosed. You don't even really need an ultrasound. You just need, like, they just need to listen and be like, okay, I believe you. And like the first time that I had a healthcare professional say, hey, I believe you, I like went home and cried, because it took me so long to get to that point. I had been struggling with the symptoms of PCOS since I was a teenager, and I had been told, well, it'll get better as you get older. And it got worse. It did not get better at all. It got worse. My periods got so much worse. Like, I can't imagine if I had experienced the pain that I have now when I was a teenager. I would have had to, like, drop out of school, or, like, be homeschooled, or, like, do independent study, because the pain that I experience every month puts me out. Like, or it did. It's getting better now, but like it did. And then being told just take birth control, and then the birth control fucks you up so bad, and then metformin or whatever, like everything they prescribe, they're not treating it as an endocrine disease, which is what it is. So I'm not like, again, I'm trying not to go in there hostile, but I feel a little hostile about it. So I'm trying to like go about that in a way that's like nice, like gentle, but also like just listen to people when they like, they know their bodies better than you do. Yes, you have the power to like do the tests and write the prescriptions and things, but like when somebody comes in and says, hey, I have debilitating pain for my period, and I bleed for 2 weeks out of the month, and I have this crazy fatigue and insomnia, and my hair is falling out, and I like have a mustache, I get pain like on my ovaries, I feel like I have cysts, like, listen. Like, I don't know why they don't listen. So yeah, I'm gonna try and go in there and make it clear that my opinion of it is that it needs to be taken more seriously, because it affects people so seriously. Now, some of the answers that I got were like, no, it doesn't affect me like that, it's just the cysts or whatever, and that's why it's a syndrome. It's because it's different for everybody. It's like a scale. And that's great. Like, I need those responses too to show that it is different for everybody. And, like, don't treat it. It's not like, we got the measles and, like, here's your treatment for the measles. It's PCOS. It's a syndrome. It is a collection of symptoms that are different for everybody. And that's why the studies are so hard to do, is because it's so different for every individual who has it, that, like, the way that you treat it is going to be different for every individual who has it. Like, you might be watching this with PCOS and you don't have painful periods, and that's totally great. That means that you don't need to get that treated, but you might have, like, a mustache or cystic acne or hair growth in other places, or the dark spots on the skin. Like, all of those things you might need to get treated. Some people don't have insulin resistance with it, so that, doesn't need to be treated. I did, which is why Wegovy has worked for me, I think. Why it's worked so well for me. So, sorry, this turned into a total rant. I'm excited, but also, like, a little apprehensive. But I am going to post that to YouTube as well when it is completed. I'm going to film it and post it to YouTube. So, that is my plan. And when the time comes, I will let you know how that goes. So, I think it's, like, pretty cool that I have a chance to be a voice for people with PCOS. Because, like, I didn't have that, And one of the doctors who I'm presenting to is actually one of my current doctors, who I do love and I do feel like listens to me. So I think that it'll be a, like, good receptive audience at least. But I feel like, they already know what PCOS is, they're doctors, so I don't need to go through, like, everything that it does, because, like, they know. But I want to go over the Rotterdam criteria. I want to go over, like, how it's different for everybody. And how people feel not listened to, and, like, you can't just slap birth control on top of it and call it good. Like, that works for some people, but it doesn't work for everybody, and it's largely based on the individual. So that was my rant for this morning. I need to go finish cleaning, as always, and yeah, I just wanted to come on here and, like, give that update. 122 pounds, which is awesome. And I've just been trying to keep up with the Pilates, which I am really liking, so it hasn't been too hard to keep up with. The weekend was just not, there's no chance that I would have been able to do it, but, I don't have anything coming up till, I think, 2 weeks. We have a camping trip, and my plan for the camping trip is to just, like, do lots of walking and exploring and hiking and stuff, and call that good for that weekend. So, yeah, that's the update there. Nothing else to report, so I will be back with another update eventually. I just wanted to come on and say that that's what's happening. I'm excited. I am, like, nervous. I don't really do public speaking very well, so, and especially in a room full of people who I feel like are so much more, like, educated than I am. I'm just gonna try and find a way to make myself sound smarter than all of them. So, okay, bye. Hello, it's July 29th. I just wanted to do an update about my last doctor's appointment, which was like 10 minutes ago. Okay, so I just got off the phone. It was a phone appointment, not with the doctor that prescribes the Wegovy, but with my regular primary care. So I got blood work done like 2 weeks ago, and it was basically going over those results. And then also allergies. I want to get allergy testing done, and I want to get my ADHD taken care of. So we talked a little bit about both of those. I'm going to go to their psychiatrist for the ADHD. I told her, like, I don't want to immediately get put on a stimulant. I would like to try some other things first. So she was like, I just don't, like, have all that information. So we'll send you to the psychiatrist. She said she's really good. And I've heard that she's really good from 2 people now. So I'm looking forward to it. So that's actually scheduled for August 26th. So I will be going and talking about that then. And as far as my lab work, my vitamin D is low and my vitamin B12 is low. So my vitamin D has been low forever. So she's prescribing me, like, the high dose vitamin D that you take once a week. And she's going to have me do that for like 6 months and then get rechecked. And I have never had a normal vitamin D level, so I don't know what it even feels like. So anyway, and then the B12, she said, could be part of, like, the fatigue that I'm dealing with. So yeah, I don't doubt that. So she wants me to do a sublingual vitamin D, which is the one that you do under the tongue. It's like a liquid, and, or not D, B12, sorry. And so I just added that to the cart on Amazon. I'm gonna get that, And yeah, that was kind of the update there. My liver was like low, something about that, and she said that could be like a sign of malnourishment. And I was like, but look at all my labs from like the past. I think it's always been low. Because she was kind of like saying that it could be that I'm not eating enough. And I know I've been eating enough. Like, I've been very careful about my diet since I started Wegovy, since before I started Wegovy. And I don't think that I'm like malnourished. So it has always been low. She checked back. It has always been low. And so we kind of came to the conclusion that it could be gastrointestinal, like my IBS could be causing that. And I told her, like, I've had IBS forever. I've always struggled with it. Like, I always have diarrhea. I always, like, have issues. I do get constipated with the Wegovy, but not that bad. And it just goes right back to being diarrhea, like, the next day. So, yeah, I don't know what we're going to do about that. I kind of am, like, right now focusing on allergies and ADHD, and then maybe I'll get into the IBS problems later. But she's gonna talk to her gastro like specialist lady and or man, I don't know if it's a lady, and see if like show her my lab results and you know see what's up with those. So I don't think I'm malnourished, but whatever. And then I think in September I'm lowering my Wegovy dose, which is scary, but like I can't be on 2.4 forever. So anyway, that's the plan. That's the update from the doctor's visit. There's nothing new to report, really. It's kind of all the same stuff. My platelet count was normal again, and I think I told you that it was high last time. It was normal, and then it was high, and then now it's normal. So, yeah, that's fun. My blood specialist person said that that is just depends where I'm at in my cycle. It's the PCOS, so I'm choosing. He said it was like a sign of an inflammatory disorder, and I was like, well, I have one of those. So yeah, that's that. And then we talked about how I'm off birth control now, and like how I haven't had any migraines since I got off of it, and I'm just feeling a lot better since I've been off of it. It's been like birth control, and I just don't mesh. So that's that. I am filming a video today. I was supposed to film it yesterday, and then we had family drama to the point that I was physically sick. So I just went to bed at like 5 o'clock, and that's what happened yesterday. Today is a new day. We're going to not even worry about it. And so yeah, that's that. I don't really think there's anything new to say, so I'm gonna go. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are. Okay, I know I just got done saying like my mental health is so much better and like everything's great and blah 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 blah. And like that's still true to an extent. I just have now like all this family drama going on both sides. So like it's pretty annoying. Anyway, I'll just tell you because who's gonna watch this anyway? My family doesn't know I'm doing this, so basically, we live on this lot that has 2 houses on it, right? It shares a backyard, but it's 2 different addresses and like 2 different driveways. The backyard is just shared. And the owner of the house is my grandma, and she's 93 years old and very like stuck in her ways, and we've had some points of contention already, and we've lived here now for almost 3 years, so it's just been difficult on certain times, and it's getting to the point now where I'm like, I've got family members who are like, are you going to be her caregiver when she starts really declining? Because we're kind of getting to the point where she's starting to decline a little bit, and that's, you know, awesome that she's made it to 93 before any of this starts happening, but it's gonna probably be me because I live here. But also like I'm angry with her right now, and I know like the excuse that people are making is like she's old, she doesn't know any better. But like come on, she knows better. Like she knows not to be like she's awful and mean, you know? Like she's mean. And me and my partner help her with so much stuff. Like she's pretty independent, but we help her with so much stuff. And like she got mad at me the other day
and told me that I don't do anything for her, and like she has to do everything herself. And that was after she had this crazy leak in her house that I caught, that I called the plumber for, that I sat with the plumber and like talked to and did all these things. And she told me like she's upset because she had to handle all the plumbing stuff herself. And I was like, you wouldn't have even known that there was a leak in your house if I had not caught it. And I did all these things. So there's that side of the family drama. Like, I'm just frustrated with everything. And I wish that, like, I don't wish that I could move necessarily, because I do know that she's going to eventually need help. And I was a CNA, you know, I've got the experience. I just would need to, like, retake my certification. But technically, I'm not licensed anymore, but, like, I could be. But anyway, so there's that. And then also I'm dealing with the fact that, like, coming to terms with my brother being an actual narcissist, which is, like, really sad, actually, and, like, hard for me to accept. I would like to have a relationship with him, but he is mean, and he treats everyone around him like crap. And he's younger. He's 22. I think he'll be 23 this year. But, like, in my opinion, that's old enough to know better. Everyone's giving him a pass because he's young. But, like, when I was his age, I feel like I was doing so much better in life. And, like, we were raised pretty differently. We have the same parents, but we're 5 years apart. And I was the, like, scapegoat. Everything was always my fault. And he was the golden child. And I've been doing a lot of reading on that. And, like, I guess the golden child can grow up to just be a full-blown narcissist because they never were taught to, like, take accountability for anything. And they've been basically taught that they're always right and everyone else around them is wrong. So he's doing that. He's always right. Everyone else around him is wrong. He's very entitled. He acts better than everyone. And so, like, he's just mean for no reason. Like, you can text him asking him a question and he'll come back, like, vicious towards you. So I decided to just go no contact because I don't need that in my life. I have enough to worry about. And, like, whatever. It just sucks because, like, I've been trying to include him in things and invite him to things, do things with him, trying to, like, get a relationship with him because we never really had one growing up. And now I'm at a point where, like, I'm not letting my childhood affect me so much. I used to resent him a lot for being the golden child. And I'm moving past that because, like, that wasn't his fault. It was our parents' fault. And I'm, like, trying to move past it. And I've done, I think, a pretty good job. Like, and I've been inviting him over. Like, I've been doing all kinds of stuff. And he just, only if there's something in it for him, you know? That's the only time that he'll care or do anything. So there's that. That's the family drama right now. Honestly, this family drama isn't even, like, the worst it's ever been. Like, I am at the point where I'm like, I just need to keep my mouth shut around all of these people and, like, hide in my house. I can't really hide in my house from my grandma. So yeah, it's very frustrating and annoying and stupid, and, like, I just want, like, a family. Like, I just want a family, and I feel like I don't really have that. Like, I'm at the point where, like, I see TV shows, like, and I know, like, sitcoms are not realistic, okay? I know that. But, like, seeing how other families, like, react, like, act and, like, care about each other and, like, are there for each other makes me want to cry because I will never have that. I just won't. Like, never. I'm not gonna get that from anyone that I'm related to currently, you know? And it sucks. And, like, I know that this has nothing to do with PCOS or Wegovy. It's just, like, what I'm dealing with. I'm not gonna cry. I just feel like, especially right now, like, with, like, my brother's one thing. Like, I just need to protect my peace there and not, you know, whatever. We're not gonna have a relationship. It's fine. But, like, with my grandma, I'm especially feeling hurt because I feel like I do so much, and, like, for her to come at me and be like, well, I do everything by myself. I'm like, okay, but what else do you possibly want me to do? Like, Anyway, it's fine. Yeah. So, um, the good news is that we're like preparing for a camping trip and we're gonna be gone for 2 nights. And I'm really excited. I haven't been camping since my daughter was like 1, maybe even younger. I was cleaning through my camping stuff and I found teething crackers and like teething toys, and I was like, wow, that's how long it's been. It used to be every summer. Like I used to go all the time. I love camping. We don't do campgrounds. We camp in the woods. Like we find spots off of forest roads. I live in an area that makes that very like realistic and like feasible. We have lots of forest roads around here. And we go to this one in particular that has a little river and it's private and there's shade and it's like way up the hill, so we're escaping the heat. And so I'm really excited to go. My daughter is actually going to be with my mom for this trip. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like sad, I guess. And it's not anything to do with Wegovy, so I don't know if this will make it to the final cut of the Wegovy Diaries. But I'm just so frustrated and upset, like dealing with life, I guess, and feeling unappreciated, I guess. I don't know. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not doing enough for my grandma. But like, really, the only things that I could do now, like, she's so independent and she gets so upset when you try and, like, do anything that might compromise her independence. So, like, I've offered to drive her places. No. Or, like, making her food. Like, no, I want to make you food. You do enough. Okay, what do you want me to do then? Like, I'm out here every Monday cleaning up the yard, doing all the, like, yard stuff that, like, I can do. And, like, what else can I do? I'm handling a bunch of her bills right now, too, and I would be handling more. But again, anything that compromises her independence, she gets mad about. So I'm handling 2 of the bills. I would like to be handling more of them, but she doesn't want me to. So, like, what the fuck else can I do for you to help you? Like, I feel like I'm doing a lot, and you're gonna, like, come at me like that? Not like, okay, so she's old, as I've said. She comes out swinging. Like, she never, like, just talks. It's always, like, if she's upset about something, it's your fault. You're in trouble. You're bad. You suck. It's never like, hey, this is something that's bothering me. Can we discuss? Can we try and come up with a solution? Can we do anything about it? It's always like, hey, you're doing this thing wrong. I'm mad at you. Like, and she'll always be like, I love you, but, and like, it just drives me crazy. Like, dude. And then she'll apologize and be like, I'm sorry, but, and like keep like, going. And so, I don't know. I'm just trying to like basically walk on glass and like do nothing that can possibly make her mad. And I don't know what more I could do. It's really hard. So yeah, that's what's going on. I did my shot a day early, by the way. I did it yesterday. Yesterday was Sunday. I don't know why. I just was like, I'm gonna do it a day early. I was feeling like pretty starving yesterday, but I'm gonna go. And like my next update will be about Wegovy, but I'm just like sad. So, okay, bye. Okay, is the third time a charm? I don't know why this hasn't been working, but whatever. It is Tuesday, September 8th. I had my doctor's appointment, I believe, on the 4th, and she's very happy with my progress. She said that I'm her most successful patient with the Wegovy, which was crazy and very validating to hear. And like, because I this whole time I've kind of felt like I'm not trying hard enough, and that was just kind of like it was nice to hear, like validating to hear that, and I'm very like happy. She said she uses me as like an example when she's like talking about Wegovy with people, and I think that that's great. I do still like I feel a lot better. I just still feel kind of uncomfortable about certain things. There's like new insecurities. She said as far as the loose skin goes, there's no way that insurance will cover it unless it's like causing problems, which it's not. And it has kind of like receded a little bit. I think it will get better. Sorry about the birds if you can hear them. And we have a rooster now. We are not keeping him, but we hatched eggs and now we have at least one rooster that came out of that group. So anyway, that's that. She wants me to now go down a dose, so from 2.4 to 1.7. I thought that that was supposed to be this week,
but my insurance declined it until I finished this box, basically. So on the 19th, I'll be able to go back down. I'm excited to hopefully stop gagging so often, and kind of get my like iron stomach back, because gross things used to not really bother me, except for like I don't like ostomy bags, and I don't like changing like catheter bags, but that's not a thing I have to do anymore. Those two things though used to make me gag, and now I gag at everything. Like I gag even if there's not something gross happening. So I hope that that is something that changes. And then also being constipated, I do hope that that kind of subsides a little bit, because it's off and on, but it's still annoying when it happens. And yeah, and Miralax is disgusting and whatever. I kind of want to go see which one is crowing and see if it's the same one that's been crowing. But anyway, I'm going back down on the 19th. This is the last part of this Wegovy Diaries. I feel like this is a good place to end it. We are over a year into this journey, and I feel like it's kind of concluded at this point. There's not really much else to say unless I start gaining weight on 1.7. I do hope that I keep the appetite suppression, but lose those two side effects that I just talked about. So I'm going to go edit this right now. I'm going to get it up. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, leave a comment. I have a bunch of other videos about Wegovy, and just my experience with it. And I think from this point forward, I'm going to try to find something else to talk about, you know? Because I feel like I've talked about PCOS, I've talked about Wegovy, and right now there's nothing new to report on. And there won't be, you know, till at least the 19th when I go down a dose. So I have hit my goal weight. I hit 120. It's crazy. I now want to really focus on exercise and working out and just staying at this weight. And also getting pregnant. I'm going to continue to take prenatals. I've been taking them this entire time because it is cheaper than buying all the vitamins you need separately. And we're going to start trying after Halloween, and it's going to hopefully be a completely different experience than my first pregnancy, where I was so overweight and so miserable. So, the chickens are saying hello. Please say hello back. Don't be rude. That is all. I'm going to go. But yeah, I'm at my goal weight. And it's like, it feels good. I just feel the same still, though. Like, it's so weird. And that could be a whole other video. Maybe that's what my next video will be. So, yeah. Bye.